Here it is in its full glory, and I mean, it is glorious to me. And I'm seeing the colors of blood. I'm seeing the colors that you expect to see changes. I'm seeing creases where you expect to see creases. I'm seeing eyeballs where you expect to see eyeballs. This I have a hard time accounting for, to be perfectly honest with you. Although it is some form of a crown, or it is growing from the guy's head. Now, those other statues that we have seen and that Kimberly found seem to indicate that this is not something that's unusual. They were there. Why they're there, I can't tell you exactly. Again, this is a soft claim. I don't have this in my hand, but I'm pretty darn sure this thing is valid. All right, as you know, at first I dismissed this, but as I started looking deeper, I don't see any way that anyone could have made this, could have done this by carving it. I mean, look at the eye, and look at the actual material is. It's just like your eyelashes. It's that type of thing. There's some form of a different matter, a different molecular structure to here, which is the same as in the edges of your skin, the edges of your eyebrows and your eyelids and so forth. And it appears to have some form of something's going on in the eye there. Now, these little dots and spots here, that is the nature of skin. As the very, very outside erodes, you end up with this pattern underneath. I've seen it a million times. Now, the other thing that I can't account for in just accidentally happening is this stuff here, and this crease. You can't make a crease like that. That's a crease from, just like your face does this as you get older. This color in us is blood. That is the color of red blood. That's ferrous oxides, FeO3, which is your red arterial blood. And this, I believe, is a bone foramen, or I don't know what to say. And this appears to be the black area. Usually there's red and black. You seeing what I'm seeing? Maybe you have a different take, but this is what I see, and it sure looks pretty good to me. As I have a hard time seeing this as not being real, to be perfectly honest with you. I can't find a problem here. Now, as you know, Kimberly Ann Montgomery is the one that has discovered this head, and apparently it's been in her family since her grandfather or something. There's a story that goes along with it, and I'm sure she'll comment and leave a comment about it, because it's quite interesting. Now, and it was from, or she had it somewhere up in a Seattle area, up in Washington State, United States. Now, and she's done some fabulous research on this. Went out, and we talked and discussed, online. And I haven't touched this. This is secondhand, and I call this a soft claim. All right, a soft claim means I haven't touched it. I can't be 100% certain. If I could put this in my hand, I could give you what I would consider a certain claim or a certain claim of not. But here I am giving you a soft, certain claim because I have not touched it with my hands. You see this? I was looking at hers and looking at this crown. I'm thinking, what is that? But it's on here. You see this? It's a very, very, very similar looking thing. Very similar. And there's other ones online of this same look. Now, everybody, what is these guys? Well, who knows? But maybe we do know now. Maybe they were real. This is all I can say is you make your own mind up. And Kimberly done a great job here. So I have to look. All right, there's a side shot, but I mean, it's quite obvious that there's. I mean, it's been sitting out here apparently for 80 years or something like that. She was saying that it came from a long time ago. So this is not something that. It's just too much chemistry and too much anatomy and too much biology to just dismiss it. Now, I have a hard time about this. I don't know. I don't understand this, and I don't have it in my hand to be certain of what's going on there. But it does appear that they show up on other heads. Again, looking for answers, not making any claims. I cannot claim. All right, so if you just think that it's impossible for something to be so well preserved, that's wrong. This is the same sort of situation, only this was in mud, and this was one of the first mud fossils that I saw outside of my stuff, and it was on TV. Scott Walter got it on TV, and he said it wasn't real, and dismissed it. And I came on board with the guys that had this, Ollie Cardle and Jim Burchell, and I did my own assessment of it, and I said this is 100% real, which it is, and then it went terribly, terribly bad after that. We had a CAT scan, and it was one of the worst experiences of my life. I ended up, I'm sure they hate me now. It's a bad memory. Let's just go on from there. That is correct and real, and there is no question whatsoever. And the DNA is at the lab, but I don't have the money to do these things. I've done them all. I've done enough of this. I did 7 CAT scans, and that was a different story, but I had 7 CAT scans done, 3 DNA tests done. All of it proved 100% that this was real. I had an anatomist that does autopsies, owns his own autopsy school, verified everything, certified. It was certified in a lab, 2 different labs about the DNA, and the CAT scans were done, and the specimens are unimpeachable and available, and I'm done doing any more of that stuff because it won't be looked at. So this is what we have. It's real. It needs to be looked at, and just because somebody says something that's not real, that doesn't mean anything. It is real. I have the evidence of the real stuff, and it's just got to be examined, and after that we'll decide if it's real or not. I'm saying it's real. You can see whatever you think. If you think it's not real, prove it. All right, that's the back of the head. Look at that. That is blood. I'm going to tell you right now, and that is too. And this is exactly what I would expect to see on the edge of a bone that was at the top of where there was a lot of blood, and the blood is in the head a lot, and you see them here, here, and here. This is not something that is unusual. Is not understood. If that was a living creature, and I'm pretty damn sure it was. And this guy here's got some fabulous stuff too. So let's go back to here. Hold on. I'll tell you, the whole world is coming to Mud Fossil University with things that everybody has ignored. That's the key. This stuff is proliferous. I mean, it is everywhere, and it is unquestionable. It's unimpeachable evidence of not necessarily this. I can't make this claim. But I have DNA and certified DNA and CAT scans and specimens that are unimpeachable and will not be examined. And now people are so frustrated at the academic society for dismissing and denying what can't be denied that they are swarming me literally, and I'm going to have a hard time being able to respond to things, and I'm trying the best I can because I need to see this through. I've been called an idiot for 5 years, and it's so voluminous, the amount of information that is being just ignored and dismissed and demeaned and ridiculed and censored. It's just not right. Once again, I can make no claim. I don't know. I see this as some form of like a helmet, or did it grow out of the guy's head? I cannot really be certain. I see some form of a change in the molecular structure here, but I'm not sure. But all of this it absolutely is a natural product of some form of biology. Now, I don't know what kind of biology this thing had, but it does appear it had red and black blood, just like we do. And it had some form of skin that creased, and, it has all of the same sort of, well, it's kind of way different. It's a creature. It was a damn standing up creature with a head, and it looks like it was intelligent. That's all I can say. I mean, I wouldn't like that thing staring at me, I can tell you that.